The thought of the day, the wisdom of Mr. Jose Arellano.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So my thought for the day is, you can miss the mark, but try not to miss the point. And so a few years back, G asked me, well, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do a retreat with the church, like deacons and stuff. Had been on speaking engagements with him. And he says, it's gonna be a whole week of like talks, and then after we're gonna have like sit downs with him. And I said, yeah, because just going with G was enough for me to say yes, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing how much of a responsibility this was gonna be. And so boom, we go, and sure enough, it's a big responsibility. We do a talk, and then after the talk, we have separate offices, and they're coming in and they're meeting with each of us, right? And they have like 15 to 20 minutes, and it's a lot, it's a big responsibility. And so, well, like the second day, I run out of talks. You know what I mean? I run out of things to say. And G's been doing this for years, so he has his 20-minute talk, his 30-minute talk, his 45-minute talk, his 60-minute talk. And by the second day, I'm all out of talks. I don't know what else to tell you. And so, you know, he goes, he's checking in with me. He goes, hey, you're good to go for tomorrow, right? I said, I'm good to go. You know, I mean, I got this. Go back to him. He's like, prepare your talk for the following day. So the day before, always prepare your talk. And so second day, boom, that night, go to bed, whatever, get up, I don't prepare my talk. Get up, get on Instagram, whatever, you know, whatever. And I go, you know what, the right before the talk, I go, I know a couple of jokes, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna tell a joke. And I'm gonna try to connect it to, you know, a theme or whatever, a value, a principle. And so G's sitting in the back of this room, and there's people lined up in like pews. And G's sitting in the back, and I can see him sitting back there. And boom, I start telling this joke. And he's looking at me, and he's shaking his head like halfway through the joke, right? And so I didn't know this at the time, but I missed a key part of the joke. So that by the time he was gonna come to the end of the joke, nobody was gonna understand what the hell I was talking about. And because we spent so much time together, he's heard the joke many times, so he knows the joke. And he's looking at me and he's shaking his head and putting his head down. And sure enough, I tell the joke and nobody laughs. I missed the point. I missed the point of the joke. And I'm like, damn, and I walk back there and he's just like, son, I can't believe you missed the point. You know what I mean? So that night we go to dinner and he goes, son, you can make mistakes, you can curse here and there in a time, but you can never miss the point. Because people ain't gonna understand what the hell you're talking about. And so I thought about that, right? And he gave me shit for the whole week, the whole rest of the week. We came back. To this day, he still gives me stuff around that day, telling that joke and missing the point. I say all that to say, is we come through these doors, right? And you know, we ask her, what's the point? Well, the point is we made a decision at some point in our lives, whether that was in a prison cell, that was when we got out and we had this inclination that there could be something different for ourselves. And we decided to walk through these doors. We decided to pursue something different. And even for those of us that are employed here, that went to college and got your degree, at some point we decided, I want to be a part of what's going on over there. And we make mistakes. We miss the mark. I don't walk on water, even though sometimes it seems like I do, like I'm perfect, but I'm not. I miss the mark, but I do my best to not miss the point. And you know, when I lived that life, I remember stuff didn't make sense at a certain point. I remember going to the county jail like, damn, this doesn't make sense. We were enemies on the streets, and now we're freedmen in here. But because of the decision I made, I said, whether this makes sense or not, I'm going to continue on this path, because the point is, I decided to do this. And so I used that same energy when I walked through these doors. I said, look, I decided to change my life. Come with me, let the chips fall where they fall. It gets hard. I missed the mark. I'm not perfect. We missed the mark. But the point is, I decided to walk through these doors. So I always do my best to recommit to that. And I challenge all of us today is, if you miss the mark, that's okay. Try not to miss the point. Challenge all of us to do that today.